All right, I got no tee time. I played all the major courses in Ireland, Republic of Ireland really, and so we're gonna see. Oh boy, the parking lot's full. We're gonna see if they can get me on this course. So we're gonna have a little adventure, and if I have to, I'm prepared to hang around and sit about and putt. But this would be the last. Quite frankly, I played a gentleman in Rosa Penna, and he said unequivocally, if you're here, you have to play this course. So let's see what this is like. Boy, the tour buses do come in. The tour buses do come in, and the parking lot is full. I'm gonna say it doesn't look too optimistic. Pretty clubhouse.
Including an example of hole number 1 and hole number 18 on Royal County Down, the championship course. You really can tell the difference when you're looking at this aerial shot of these two holes. It's to give you an idea of kind of what you're going to miss, and I hate to do that to you, but if you don't book this well enough in advance, it's quite difficult, and it was impossible for me to try. I tried for about 3 days to see if somebody maybe dropped out at the last minute. I even showed up the day that I was going to play to see, just hang it out, whether somebody maybe had a tee time and they didn't show up. So I was not successful. It's very popular, and it's probably that way most of the time, certainly when the weather is good in the summertime. I would suspect too, because it's closer proximity to England, there's probably just a lot more demand. It is a members run course. I guess they own it, they're on the board, they run it the way they want to run it. And unlike, I would say, the Republic of Ireland, which has an attitude of golf is for the common person, I would say that the courses in Northern Ireland and Scotland, I would say it's more of an exclusive cultural thing, where it's much more elitist, if you will. It is a course. Royal County Downs take a look over the far right. Over there is going to be the Ainsley course. This video is shot when the weather is much nicer for the grass. So I'm here during the summer when it was pretty dry. So at any rate, enjoy the video.
Getting to play Royal, but I'm going to play the Ainsley course, and this is it, number 1 tee box. So let's see how this goes. A beautiful little backdrop. That's the Royal County Down, and this is the cheap Ainsley. So I'm laying 2, that's a first off the tee box. So maybe this is a confidence builder. 105 yards, that's going to be the Royal County. Look how much nicer the greens are. But you got this beautiful backdrop of a mountain. Yeah, you know, it's okay. What can you do? It is a pretty environment, I have to give it that. This is hole number 3. I'm 1 over, which is unheard of in my rounds in Ireland, so let's see how the rest of it goes. Okay, it's a 60-pound course, come on. But look at the environment, the same one as a 400-pound. So it's hard to say, you know. You get stuck with a bunch of guys that you have no connection with that are funny, and have an unpleasant $400 round, or pay a $60 round and have a good practice round. Okay, this is a pretty good example if you're playing this course. So it's a 256-yard pin placement, and you've got this small little landing area. This is hole number 5, and you don't know it. I mean, so if you hit too much club, you're way off. I just happened to, I took my 200-yard club, and there I am. I'm laying just before the green. I kind of kept a little bit of a low stinker I didn't even know the pin was over here. I thought it was over to the right. So it's complete by luck, if you will, that I kind of yanked it to the left and I ended up with a good result. I mean, that's golf. 80% luck, 10% skill, and 10% complete unknown. Even perfect shots, you can end up losing it. So anyway, this is a confidence building course, that's for sure. I mean, lane 1, looking at a pin on a par 4, and the number 6 tee box, you pass the championship course. And this is what it looks like. And look at the length of this thing. They got that little black and white marker to show you where the pin is, because I'm sure it's going to be, it's from that distance it's hidden. I mean, truth is, you are in the same environment, but it's just a different course. You really can't compare. If you're into golf, you've got to play the championship course. This one would be a warm-up course, if you will, which is probably not a bad thing. So kind of improve your confidence in playing these links or courses. Number 6, probably a driver hole, one of the longer par 4s. Just like a overview. I'm sure they got the seating here for a reason. Let's see what we see. Ooh, definitely not a place, not exactly a scenic view from back here. Pretty countryside, lovely mountains. Well, I should make the comment that I never did try to fly a drone or try to jump me into any of the other fancy courses like Roll. What are the two courses that I played? Would be like Ballybunny, they let me do it. I'm thinking the European Club, Trolley. No, they let me do it at Trolley. Old Head. I would say that Old Head would be the equivalent to the strictness, if you will, of this course, the members only. I didn't even bother asking because I felt like you could just sort of feel that these guys were not going to budge. So I can't say that they're any different here. It just compared to the other courses that I played, Trolley, Connemara, they were all pretty open-minded and easygoing. But again, you know, this is still a pretty course, this Anneseley's course. You know, I mean, certainly if you're staying at the hotel, which we are, it's 60 pound, probably about close to 75, 80 US. It's, you know, it's fair. It's a fairly reasonable course to do. It does give you a little bit of confidence. This is number 9. Oh, this is a beautiful hole. Okay, so it's not so bad. So I did spoke with the groundskeeper, and he said it is a culture at this specific course. He's got a friend, and he knows the guys in the clubhouse, and he went to play with the groundskeeper, and they wouldn't even let him play because it was the wrong day and he wasn't allowed to bring a guest on, even though it was unbusy on a Sunday late afternoon. So it ain't personal, and I kind of needed to hear that. Hit a perfect drive at number 9, but really it wasn't a driver hole because once it hit, it just shot across the short fairway and disappeared. And so this is hole number 10. This looks like the longest hole. Okay, that's the pin, I'm gonna guess for sure. So they've been pretty good about markers with arrows. And this is the one that they don't really have a marker on, but yeah, so the summary of that conversation with the groundskeeper, this is basically run by the members. They've got a board, and the board is full of the members, and they set the rules for their course. And they don't need you, and they don't have to have you come to their course. So this is like much more exclusive big boys club. They set it up, they run it, basically they own it, and they just make a few tee times available for guests. So I guess we should be grateful. Oh man, that's a tide. Look at that beach. Hole 10. This is almost the longest, feels like the longest par 4. I got a 5. Kind of flubbed my second shot, my chip shot, but got myself out of trouble and had a good chip close to the pin, so it all worked out. So a lovely unbusy beach, or what? Alright, so we'll go to number 11 hole and see what it looks like down here. Okay, nice simple par 3. Nothing simple with a par 3. It's going to be Royal County, the championship course. We're headed to 14 and we cross it. So that's what that looks like. You can see that the fairways are much more green. This is for us. That's all right. We're humble. We're on the 14th for the Ainsley. That's going to be the championship course. You can see the way down there. That's the tee box. So this is great for improving your short game, which is exactly what I need to do anyway. So, you know, maybe the reality was is that they stuck me with a group of 3. There may have been a bunch of popsicles and I wouldn't have had a good time anyway. So sometimes just trust it and don't force it. Maybe that's a good thing to let. Well, looks like they've got the whites kind of at the easy place. Still, I can see the pin. It's a nice, lovely little shot.